I'm just posting another video on my lathe. ASC International here in Canada, in Toronto, Ontario, sent me a response to the videos I posted on YouTube of my WM210V, stating that that Amazon won't allow outside links to them regarding this defective lathe. The supplier's rep Anna sent me a message stating she wants me to send photos. Well, and Amazon agrees with me. I called Amazon about this, and the thing is, how do you send her photos of the motor cutting out when you try to turn up this dial here? Also, yesterday it said that I would use 2 indicators, and I was kind of tired, so I only did the 1 indicator, which was, if you recall this one here, I hope I get good at these videos. And this is the indicator I used, and it's a good indicator. It's not inaccurate. I'm just not very good at setting them up sometimes. They're easy to set up. It's just sometimes I'm just not paying attention or something. But anyway, that's the one I used yesterday, and each little increment past 0 represents 1/1000th of an inch. Now, I said I would set up my smaller one that's 0.0005, and I have, and here's the reader. There it is. So this is set up in 0.0005 thousandths, and it's more out. It's showing more out, as you can see, double to what this one is showed, because this one is graduated in 10 thousandths. Okay, so, or 5 thousandths. So it will show double the run out, but you can see that this indicator is essentially showing that the boss is run out. Now, how do you show this in a photo? Yeah, the seller's asking for photos. Well, why don't I just send her one big photo of the lathe here, as you can see? Why don't I just send her that? It's the same thing as sending her a still of that, or a still of that, or a still of the problems with that, or, you know, you need to do live videos to show the defects. So the point here is I wish to explain that still today, I posted the videos last night. I notified the seller last night, mind you, it was Sunday. She would have gotten it this morning. She did get it. She represents the company. It's a female, her name's Anna. And I went on to the videos on YouTube, and I'm the only one so far that's viewed them. So this seller is, you know, interesting. She said that she's not allowed to, that Amazon will not send links outside of Amazon, will not allow links outside of Amazon as proof, she said. Well, you know, that's a contradiction, because 2 months ago she wanted me to send her photos of this defect here, and, excuse me, and this defect here. Okay, this thing is defective. This is the old one. The new one that I ordered from Alibaba, thanks to Amazon doing that, is this one. This is, believe it or not, you can't tell. They both look exactly the same. See, you can see them. These are compound slides. They're both exactly the same. Okay. This one, no, this one's the new one. This one's the old one. Okay, this is the old one right here, because I've taken the bolt out of it. This is the new guy, which is perfect. Okay, more or less, except it still has a slightly bent over shaft here, which kind of goes that way. You can't see it by looking at it. Okay, you need to understand that these things are slight. No bent vertical threaded bolt is within tolerance. It's not supposed to be like that to begin with. So anyway, that's the situation, and her spindle boss is out. So, you know, here's the thing. A few months ago, she asked me to send photos of that problem, which you can see the problem is the gap. See the gap right there to the very right, and you can see it to the very left. You see that square notch on the very left side of the tailstock base. The V in the bed, this thing here, is supposed to sit further up into that square, and it's not. I'll put it outside over the table. Thanks, Jan. So, you know, I sent her a photo of that. Okay. When she requested these photos, she sent me her company's email address outside of Amazon, outside of a link through Amazon. So I sent them directly to her and her company. And she didn't turn around and say to me, well, you know, you can't send the photos to me. It has to go through a link through Amazon. But when I offer her evidence to go to YouTube without it being linked to Amazon, she's declining using Amazon's link rules as an excuse. But yet she didn't use that as an excuse and refused the photos I sent her to her email address a month or so ago. So this is all the seller trying to get out of supplying me a partial refund by way of replacing these defective parts, which include the motor, which is smoking. It's not smoking right now. Let me see. No, it's not. There's no little signs of smoke coming out of it. But then again, I got the lathe, you know, idling basically at its lowest speed, so that's probably the reason why. So my next step in this with Amazon is that Amazon has sort of stated, well, you know, you can't get a refund unless you send the lathe back. Well, I paid $200 with the pay. When I paid for the lathe, I paid an extra $200 some odd for the delivery from Toronto. So I believe that if I have to send the lathe, if I did send the lathe back, I actually have to pay no more than $200 to have it sent back to her. But here's the problem: this is now turning into a situation where she's showing that she has no interest in partially refunding me by supplying me all these parts. A new foot plate for this, which I mean Amazon did pay for, but it wasn't enough money. This problem, and the circuit board and the motor. So she's basically saying that I'm not going to give you any kind of refund regarding replacement parts based on the warranty, which means that, to me, that means that it's becoming a situation where I believe now that I could not trust her to return the lathe for a refund, even if I had the money, because she's showing intent of not any form of partial refund by the supplying of the appropriate parts, especially the spindle here, which I'm looking at, because without that, the lathe is virtually unusable forever. And I am not going to pay the $200 plus $70 shipping, plus I think the duty and taxes will be about $80. So it costs me out of pocket about $400 for the spindle to order it from AliExpress, and there's no guarantee that it won't be a defective, come with a defective boss, which you can see is very inaccurate. It's actually too small. So basically, I'm getting close to a position now where I can prove to Amazon that even if I sent the lathe back to her, it's very clear her intent, based on her responses to a legitimate claim for warranty parts, is that she does not want to refund me at all by way of replacing these parts. This means to me that if I were to send the lathe back, that I cannot trust her to give me a full refund. She'll create something and say, oh, well, the lathe was just fine, there was nothing wrong with it, or there's scratch paint on it now, and you've drilled some holes for your DRO, and you drilled some holes here for your protection blanket and on there. And she'll say something like, well, we're only willing to offer you half back because you've already modified it with these holes and these things, right? But I did that on the assumption that I didn't know that the spindle boss would be out like that. I didn't know. So, you know, you can see here it's slowed down quite a bit. You can see it's, you know, the problem, right? So I'm at a point now where I'm getting fed up now, and now really Amazon, I can prove to Amazon that they cannot legally back her up with her request to have the lathe returned for a refund, because she's made it very clear that she has no intention whatsoever of refunding anything. If she's not willing to refund me by supplying the warranty parts, so the lathe works properly, then this tells me that if I sent the lathe back to her, she would not refund me my money. So that's the bottom line, and I'm going to go now. You know, she has a right to go to YouTube. She just has to go on her computer in Toronto and for half an hour, go on YouTube and look at my videos, and she'll be able to see clearly that her lathe is defective. So, you know, and I also think that Amazon is going to swing my way. They're going to end up issuing me a refund for the lathe, whether I send it back or not. And I've already found a new lathe on AliExpress from a different supplier, a completely different lathe. And even at that, I only get $1,700 back, and this lathe will cost me, with free shipping, another extra $600 plus duty and taxes, which would probably be in the neighborhood of a few $100s anyway. So stating that, even when she gives me the money back, I have to save another $500 or $600 because I cannot use this with this spindle. Without a new spindle that's properly machined, the boss for the chuck, the lathe is a sitting piece of junk that I just can't use. You can't do anything with it. You can't do any milling with it or cut any metal with it. Look, you can't. So that's the plan. And in either case, I lose, because even if I get the refund and I save the extra money for the other one on AliExpress, which I just found today, I just finally had a look for another one, it's going to take me months before I can pay for it and have it shipped. So that's where we're at. And I wish my videos would be more public. Like, I wish YouTube would place my videos under metal lathes so that other buyers of this thing can see what I'm going through with this seller. Okay, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.